you guys know, 2019 was a big year for me acting wise. Not only was I in 2 films, but I was also in my first commercial for the My Dear Melanin Movement. For those of you who don't know, the My Dear Melanin Movement is a new and exciting women empowerment movement designed to highlight the experiences of Black women and women of color right here in the Cayman Islands.
We have a new student joining us.
First off, welcome. Goddamn it, welcome.
I'm from Michigan.
Great. Getting to shoot this commercial was a really big deal for me because it was actually the first thing I got to shoot in 2019. I don't think I mentioned that in my vision board success or not video, but yeah, it was the first thing I shot in 2019, and I was super excited because it was something I was passionate about. And I think that's the key too when you're going to endorse or be a spokesperson for anything. You really should, you know, try the product, actually like the product, you know, and have opinions about the product, and also be passionate about it so that you can really do a good job in selling the idea or selling the product or whatever it is. So that's a little tip right there for my actors out there who are, or influencers, if you're out there promoting stuff, make sure that you tried it, you like it. If you don't, tell us you don't like it. Don't lie to us, because that's not cool. You know, we're always gonna find out. But in this case, it's something I'm really passionate about because I'm actually a founding, and not super perfume. I'm actually a founding member of the My Dear Melanin Movement. Basically, how we started out was that it was originally supposed to be just like a natural hair and beauty expo, but then, you know, we caught wind that someone else was trying to do the same thing, so we kind of were like, you know what, let's not do the same thing, let's think outside the box and be a little different. And we came up with My Dear Melanin, and ever since we came up with the idea, it just stuck and we just went with it. And honestly, it's just who we are. Like, me and my friend Kristen, we always had these conversations behind closed doors, you know, talking about how society can make women of color feel less than simply for being women of color, you know, and that's not cool. And so we wanted to bring the conversation here to Cayman because, you know, we might be an island, but, you know, we're still a part of this global community, and anti-blackness and you know, those sorts of things are prevalent worldwide, and a lot of our young Caymanians are going to school overseas where they're going to be faced with some of these issues, and it's important that, you know, they understand and have opinions and things like that, and be able to articulate themselves and how they feel about certain issues in the world. So I think the My Dear Melanin Movement was a great idea. Getting to shoot it was just icing on the cake. You know, we worked with Trifecta, Bruce and Shamila from Trifecta Film. They're amazing. They're awesome at what they do. Shout out to you guys because y'all did a great job with the video. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll probably insert a clip of it somewhere in here for you guys to watch it and see just how magical it was, because it was pretty magical. I was surprised. I was like, look at y'all, got the sand floating in the sky and all of that stuff. Bruce, I know you did that. That's you. That's your style. But yeah, that day was super exciting because we invited us a bunch of girls that we knew and had relationships with, and we invited them and thought that it'd be great ambassadors for the whole movement. And we all just came together. It was just a big celebration, really. We shot it at the White House in Bodden Town, and yeah, just down the beach as well, that beach scene. We shot it just down the beach from the White House. And you know, commercials are a little different than acting. You don't really, well, this one you didn't really have that much of a script. There's no lines. It's just all in the face and in the eyes, and you have to kind of think of a story in your head kind of thing. It helped because I wrote the whole commercial script for it, so I kind of had an idea of what I wanted it to look like and what I wanted the main girl to do and how I wanted her to look and feel and stuff like that. So that was cool that I actually got to be the person, because initially when I was writing, I wasn't writing it with the intention of being the person who did it, but it worked out that way, and I'm super glad that I was able to be a part of it. But yeah, like I said, it was just like a great get together. One thing I will say though, I felt like I kept looking at the camera, because you don't realize, like I said, like I'm a beginner actor. I haven't done that many films, you know, so having a camera in your face and then being told don't look at the camera is funny, because it's like you're there trying to like interact with everyone else, and then you might look over there and you make eye contact with the camera. And I felt like I did that a lot of times during that commercial shoot, where I just was like looking at the camera, and it was just kind of like, damn it, stop looking at the camera, girl. You know what it reminded me of? There was a scene in Little Rascals at the end in their out cues where they kept telling one of the characters,
don't look at the camera, lady. Honey, don't look at the camera. 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 Brittany, stop looking at the camera, please. Brittany.
and that's how I felt. Like I felt like I kept looking at the camera, making eye contact, and that's obviously not what you want to do. But experience, you know. Like I said, it was my first time, and you guys hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but those are roosters, real live roosters, right here in the Cayman Islands. That's how they sound, all day long, crowing all the time. But yeah, what was I saying? Experience, yeah, nothing beats experience, and now I have that experience, so it's something that I still need to work on, that I still need to get used to, but hey, it's the life of an actor, right? But yeah, I enjoyed shooting that. What else can I say? The beach scene was a little different than the first scene took place at the White House, and we were there just kind of roaming around and chilling and creating an atmosphere of celebration and inspiration, because that's basically what we wanted the My Dear Melanin Movement to be about, a celebration of women of color, you know, and uplifting and things like that, and to inspire. And I feel like that was the atmosphere we created there. We had lots of different women there, just being who they are and dancing and celebrating each other. And then the beach scene was a little different because it was just me and all eyes were on me, and you just kind of had to, like, you know, create that storyline. You're walking on the beach and you come across this message in a bottle, and it's, you know, this amazing message, and you just want to share it with the world. So you know, obviously you're walking and you can't just like, oh, spot the bottle right there. You have to kind of gradually come up on the bottle and, you know, walk in and trying to look cute while the wind's blowing and your hair's slipping in your face and the sand's cold and all the stuff that you have to work with, and doing it over and over and over again in the heat of the sun. Again, the life of an actor. Yeah, it's not glamorous, people. People think you get dressed up, your hair, your makeup, and then you go on set, you say 1-2 lines, and then you break, and that's it. No, you be saying the same lines over and over and over again, like 5 million times. You be doing the same actions over and over again. So that's something that I learned this past year, is that, like, a lot of times it just takes several takes before you can get the right one. So you gotta be prepared for that. But overall, great experience. Super glad I got to be a part of it. Shout out to everybody who came to the conference in October. Started out a bit rocky because it was raining, but people came out, and I'm appreciative of that, you know. And we had a lot of good feedback. People really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the next one, and we're looking forward to putting on the next one. You know, hopefully we get some more sponsors and we can do something even bigger and better, and it can just continue to grow, because we want to be able to pull, you know, international visitors to the island for the conference and things like that. So it's gonna be an amazing movement. I think it's something that we definitely need here. I feel like it's something we don't talk about a lot here. A lot of the things that we talked about at a conference, we aren't being taught in school, like slavery and those kind of things. So it's important. I think we are providing educational awareness in some respects to a lot of people, because there were a lot of things that I didn't know about.